Houses with Christmas lights to spread a little seasonal joy.
Have you done that?
Well, I have an apartment.
Well, you can still deck it out.
Yeah, real problem, safety problem putting it up.
Now, for those behind the dazzling displays, it can be a lot of hard work. Now, one family is doing its best to defend their crown of Christmas lights champions at the Gold Coast.
Christmas. It's a time families come together, but often end up wanting to tear each other apart. So what happens when one family unites to try to create the best Christmas lights on the Gold Coast?
There is a lot of tension sometimes. Dad and I tend to be polar opposites when it comes to some decision making on some things. I tend to think a little bit impractically. He seems to be more practical than I am, and I end up winning most of the arguments.
It's usually when he wants something very correct, and I say it's hard to do. The poles out the front, he wanted me to put more and more lights on them, and I kept telling him they won't carry it, and he said I want it. In the end, I won that one.
Every year, for the past 13 years, the O'Haras spend more than 2 months designing, testing and installing the dazzling display. It all started in the year 2000, when Graham and Leanne took a then teenage Jai to see a nearby prize-winning Christmas lights display.
I asked them, can we put a couple up? And they said yes, maybe stupidly a little bit, but yeah, and then it just kind of expanded from there. You just put more and more up every year, and then it grew into what it is now.
The collection now includes 150,000 lights, dozens of inflatable characters, and an eclectic array of colour and movement.
I love stuff that does stuff. The lights are great, they're the basis for the whole display, but all of the dancing Santas and things that we have, all the little trains, they're the stuff that I like the best.
It's a huge project, but a little hard work and some Yuletide spirit sees them through.
I tend to do a lot of the creative side. Dad is very much the person who sets up all of the power.
Well, for me, most of it's because I get pushed into it, coerced, because it is a lot of hard work for me. Climbing up and down ladders is not exactly the right thing to be doing at my age. I suppose to keep me fit.
But what keeps the crowds coming?
Well, they're absolutely beautiful.
They love it, especially the older people. Some of them just can't get over it. They think it's the greatest I've ever seen.
Oh, look, just all the lights and all the time and effort he's put into it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
The spider.
Spider?
Yeah.
While they're still loving it, we'll keep doing it as long as we can.
Damien Larkins, ABC Gold Coast.
Hard to compete with that. Now, let's talk sport.